All right, my people. Once you hear this song, it means it's time for your program, Spoon Talk Business, your newest and latest business platform right here on Spoon 107.5 FM. And we are here to advertise another business. We are here to talk to the CEO of Signal Technologies. His name is Felix O. Lawrence III. And he's going to be talking to us about this huge network and all of its activities. Very soon we know we are going to have Dr. Richardson. But right now we have CEO Titi Cannon. CEO, let's welcome you. How are you, CEO?
I'm fine, thank you, Lorena. How are you?
I'm good too, CEO. It's good to see you.
I like that top you have on there.
Thank you very much, CEO. What to do?
Well, everybody, hello. We are here. Yeah, please come. Today's another big day. Signal Technology.
We have Felix O. Lawrence. He is the CEO of Signal Technology. He is Felix O. Lawrence the third. I say so because the last time I didn't put the two, yeah, I mean the third, you understand, and he didn't like it. And so I have to add it there. Felix O. Lawrence the third. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Lorena. Thank
Yeah.
you, CEO. Thank you for having me again, which is great.
Welcome back here.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Dada.
Sorry, just I was in a such party for you.
Yes. Sorry, I'm late, but glad to be here.
Yeah, you doing?
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just rushing from one end, taking care of Liberia people's business, but we're good.
Yeah.
Lawrence, how are you doing? It's good to have you back.
I'm doing fantastic, Dr. Richardson, and nice to be back.
Yes. So today you're going to be
By the way, Lawrence, what was with the last program that we had on your work? How is it going?
It's
Just
going
quickly.
great.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's going great. We got a lot of responses, which was very great. Something that helped us get a lot of traction. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, great.
That's good.
We like to hear that.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we come here. We like to hear that Spoon business is contributing in a great financial way, or even giving businesses traction.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose, just to amplify and to promote Liberian businesses. And I know that today, I don't know if you guys started the conversation already, but I'll let Mr. D jump into it. Or is it okay if I go into this conversation?
Yes, please do. But before you go into it, I just like to read a little bit from Lawrence about Starlink. Starlink, Signal Technology, is now an authorized reseller of Starlink products in Liberia, enhancing access to high-speed satellite internet across the country. This partnership will bring fast, reliable internet to underserved areas, helping to bridge the digital divide and promote growth in education, healthcare, and business. So let's start with Starlink.
Is a question for me?
Yes, the question is directed to you, sir.
Okay.
Let's start by knowing more about Starlink.
Or will you want to reintroduce yourself and let people know who you are before you get
Yes.
into that? Just for our maybe new viewers and new audience, people that just tuning into the radio, let them understand who is Felix O. Lawrence. And then, as the boss said, you get into the explanation of Starlink.
Definitely. I appreciate it, panel. Thank you guys for giving us this opportunity again. Again, my name is Felix O. Lawrence III. I am the founder and CEO of Signal Technologies. Signal Technology, just quickly to reintroduce the company, we are at the forefront of the Liberia digital revolution. Okay, we're driving it through connectivity in underserved regions. We currently have customers in 15 counties. We're one of the very few Liberian internet service provider that have customer in every county in Liberia, besides the big telecom like we know them. Our mission is to bridge the digital divide and we do that by leveraging satellite internet to be able to reach the disconnected and the underserved, the digital bring about digital inclusion in Liberia, to schools, businesses, and in the rural areas. We're doing that by redefining what is possible in a connected Liberia. We believe in using technology to not only connect people, but to also transform lives. Creating opportunities for everybody to participate in this global digital economy that we have in 2024. So we believe in cutting edge technologies. Okay, as everybody pretty much is aware of, in Liberia, last week, Starlink, the company of the world richest man, got provisional license in Liberia by the Liberia Telecommunication Authority and the JNB, President Joseph Boakai administration. And things are still kind of early, but we were able, because this is our field, our arena. So we kind of got at the forefront of that. And if it's something that is going to improve the Liberian people's lives, something that is going to bring about equitable access to internet, that's something we'll jump on right away. So yes, we will be talking a little bit about it. However, I might disappoint some people today with the Starlink stuff, but overall, it's going to be good. So I'll yield.
Thank you so much. You're saying a lot of good things that I like to hear, bridging the gap between the haves and the have-not, between the rural and the non-rural, the city and the non-city. It appears to me that that's what your company specializes in. So, and you are saying that Starlink is coming to Liberia, and you guys at least have some kind of front seat knowledge about how Starlink is going to find its way in Liberia. So again, I want to just thank you for coming. And for those of you who are joining us, I'm going to tell you, please share the show, call someone and tag them so that they can come and listen to Spoon Talk Business. And those of you who are listening to us by way of radio, I will use the term that the former CEO usually say, turn your radio dial up, so that a lot of people can get to hear, in the community, what's going on in Liberia. So great. I wanted to ask you though, I know you were here before. Somebody was asking, are you in Grand Cru, Bomi, and River G? Because and I want you to go over the comments in the comment section. You see that a lot of people who are interested tend to put the comments up there. But so I know Miss Veronica Nimson, she has a school, and so she's looking for digital network. She's looking for internet services to be able to go there. So are you in those areas, or how does it work? Can you tell Liberian people how this works again?
So having satellite connectivity via satellite provides nationwide coverage. Okay. The service that is coming and the service that we currently sell and has been selling for about 2 years provide nationwide coverage. However, we don't focus in Monrovia because of having we're more of a complementary service to the telecoms. But yes, Starlink service will cover Liberia end to end. It's a global service, actually. These guys have about over 4,000 active satellite right now, and they're aiming for 7,000. So yes, it will provide a nationwide everywhere. And anywhere you are in Liberia, you will be able to experience. And I'm going to talk about that later. Lightning speed is, and I don't want to let it out of the bag, but this is the first time I'm talking about this stuff publicly.
Yeah.
We have got a lot of interest on our websites and on our social media. But what I can say uh, whatever internet that you have right now in Liberia, Starlink is 100 times faster on average.
Great.
100 times. That
That's
that so it's a disruptive technology. We've had in other markets where price wars between Starlink and other telcos. The good thing about that is the customers are the one who benefit, because if two giants are fighting and they're bringing the price down to try to outbid each other, who's get the advantage? Who take advantage of that? It's the customer. The customer is going to pay less and less. So we are hoping to capture and capitalize on some of those things, those momentum that is coming from bigger markets like Kenya, Rwanda, Nigeria, and Ghana, and also benefit from it in Liberia.
Yes. So, Mr. D, did you want to come here or can I go?
Yes, I wanted wanted him to give us an overview of Starlink products available for homes and businesses, emphasizing ease of use and reliability. I know you just said it's faster than anything we think we have here, which is super, is good. We are happy to hear that. Okay, just overview of the availability of these products, these Starlink products here.
So the product itself, Starlink parent company, SpaceX, they have a kind of group of companies. If some people in Liberia might not be familiar with it, but most of the people here are familiar with the Teslas, the cars, the electric cars. Okay. And SpaceX and the visionary CEO Elon Musk has this whole business model where they like to sell direct to customers, and because they are selling directly to customers, the product has to be at a level of understanding or something that even a child can set up. Okay, so even though most people are shy away from satellite because it brings some complexity towards it, but their product is designed where you can literally just plug it up, and all you gotta do is just you can set it on your porch, set it on your roof. It just need a clear view of the sky, and it aligns itself, and it starts working. The modem is Wi-Fi ready. So as far as ease to use, it is very easy. Once we get the shipment, we get our first shipment in, people are going to be able to just buy it, take it home, plug it in, and it works. You can literally use like a car charger and set it on top of your car. But the only thing you cannot do, it cannot be mobile. As far as the plan is concerned, we have done a lot of markets studies in other markets in West Africa and South East Africa as well. We right now are going to be starting with what is called the business priority plans. Okay, so Starlink, like most satellite provider services, they're what we consider in the industry as shared bandwidth, meaning that it's a pool and everybody's in there. The problem with that is, say that again.
No, I was just gonna say, what you're saying, Phyllis, sounds like music to my ears. So I want to call on all of those. They like to call us Decemberies because
yes,
we travel to Liberia different time of the year, but we'll be there in whatever time of the year. But they like to call the people who are travel from other parts of the country, like the other parts of the world, Europe and America and where have you. They like to say, so the Decemberies, if you are going to the country and we don't like to go for our phone or our devices, we got plenty of them, iPhone, iPad, whatever. Make sure you get to where Felix's office is, the Signal technology. Okay, that's why we're here, because we want to empower our own. Yes, I like the old silent conversation. Thank God, because at least he told us some of the benefits of having Starlink. But in order for us to move forward, we want to benefit, we want to support our own Liberian company. And he's telling us that through Starlink, through Signal technology, you will be connected to the internet, and they will take care of the background work, whether that's Starlink or that who you will take care of that background work for us. So I'm thinking about the people in the rural, like in where I have, farm and businesses and family members. because one of the things you said, it has to be mounted onto something. So I'm like, oh, I can go tell all my cousins and uncles and stuff like that that they can contribute to at least having one of the, I don't know, your satellite mounted on a tree or something, so they can have access to the internet. So they can have access to contacting me instead of going from because a lot of times they gotta go all the way on the road somewhere to be able to talk to me and what have you. So once we do that, once I'm talking to not me or I'm talking to plenty of people out here, we'll be able to have access to our family members. So that's the beauty of it. But what about a router thing now? Because we are travelers. We come and we don't stay one place. What about this router thing? You say, I don't want to mount anything. I want to mount it for my family people. Again, the day I visit them, they can be able to contact me. But what about a router thing now? How will work it out using signal technology?
So the product itself was designed for ease of use, right? Where it should be very, like I say, even a child's supposed to be able to set it up. So it doesn't have to be mounted. You just set it down. You can set it on a table.
Oh,
it just need a clear view of the sky because it aligns itself with the satellite, and that's how you get its connectivity.
Okay.
So yes, you need power. We are working on solar fusion technology that is like a little battery portable battery that you literally can take it anywhere, plug it, and get it to work. The service and the product and the service is fixed service, meaning that you cannot mount it in your car and drive. It will not work. It has to be sitting in one spot.
Fixed.
But you can use it at home, pack it up, go to your job, plug it again. It aligns, it connect, use it there, pack it up, go to your farm. Oh yes. It's portable like that.
Thank you for explaining, because I was thinking mounting something onto something and having it stay there.
No.
Okay. So to do this, we got to come to Signal Technology in Liberia, the store in Liberia. Okay. Meet with your salespeople, your representative. Let them give us more detailed explanation for the internet. Me, I let learning. So you talk to me about it, and then you teach me how to put it to where the other satellite in the sky is visible, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you guys do? Go ahead.
So Felix, do you have any pictures of the devices that we can look at? Only this?
This is yes, I believe she has have one of the dish on the screen right now. So I don't want to get, and that's why I mentioned earlier about the disappointment in the process. Unfortunately, I would like to clarify because there's a lot of misinformation and stuff like that. The people at LTA have done a marvelous job. We have bright people out there, the chairman, the rest of the commissioners and stuff like that. They have done, this is great work for the Liberian people. And we would like to really applaud them for it. It was something that it did expeditiously. I mean, it happened very quickly. It shows that they have initiative. With that being said, Starlink is a global company. Starlink literally deals with government, entire countries. They provide internet. So this is not, they're more of a titan. Okay. They're bigger than MTN or Orange, all those guys. They're even more valuable. So I say that to say something that they don't move very quickly. Okay. So in our discussion with them, there are a few things that's going on right now as far as on the regulatory part of it. And that's why the misinformation is all over. A company the size of Starlink takes their time to roll out their service. Okay. Yeah, they take a lot of factors in. One thing that most people don't know, and this is why we haven't, or we cannot sell right now in Liberia. We're just doing pre-marketing. Number one is the regulatory part of it. They just got the provisional license. They still have yet to get up everything in order. Number two, Starlink sets the prices in every country. They take in a lot of factors, economics, market size, and all that kind of good stuff. And that's why the prices for the product varies from one country to another. Okay, so for example, in Nigeria, it's a bigger market. It's a lot cheaper because more volume. But go to Sierra Leone, it's about $18 more expensive. The very same plan. Okay,
Okay.
so they have not set the pricing yet for Liberia. If you go on Starlink website and you go down to plans, you can literally pick the different
Country.
countries, and you will see each country price is listed on Starlink website. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to be selling something above that price. If Starlink say the price is $45 at $50, that's what we sell it at. So that while we have been, most people, we have a lot of inquiries from people, a lot of people have shown a lot of interest. And I figured, let me make this public appearance to kind of let people know where we are. The regulators have done their thing. We are licensed satellite internet provider in Liberia. So that means we can sell Starlink stuff. Starlink just needed the license, which they have. But they have to do everything they need to do as far as regulation wise and compliance and all that kind of good stuff. So again, it's a very large company. It doesn't move very fast. If you go on the website, you will see prices for Sierra Leone, you see prices for Nigeria, Ghana, Rwanda, Kenya, but you're not see Liberia prices yet. It's because they just haven't gotten to that yet. And because of that, we are in the point where we are, waiting pattern for them, and everything else. So that's the disappointment that I spoke about earlier. But it is coming. And like I just mentioned, it is 100 times faster on average anything you have experienced in Liberia as far as internet. You can put 20 TVs watching Netflix at the same time, and they can carry all of them. That's how it's going to be very, very disruptive. I will tell you that right now. And the price point is going to be very competitive as well, if not even cheaper. So yeah.
So can you give us a little sneak peek into the prices? Maybe just ranges from low to there.
So what I can tell you is the prices in other markets. That's what I can tell you. I cannot. This stuff is regulated. There's a lot of contract and non-disclosure agreement that goes with it, where we got to govern ourselves appropriately, because we're not to disclose something other than the parent. They're the provider. They set the prices. We don't set the prices. They're going to have the price display on their website once they get everything in order and display the price. So you don't have to guess. If anybody is selling Starlink to you, just go on Starlink website, go down to plans, find Liberia, click on it. You will see all the prices for Liberia. What I can tell you, the plans that we are selling, we're selling the business priority plan. The reason was what I was explaining earlier. With most telecom, they have what is called a share bandwidth, where all of the customers are in the same pool, and they're contending for the space, right? And that's why sometimes when in the mornings and heavy usage time on the holidays and weekends when people are home, you see the internet get slow because everybody is contending at that time, right? Even in America, it's the same thing.
Sure.
But the plans that we are introducing is going to have, we have one is going to have a priority. Okay, we started with 40 gig priority plan, and then 1 terabyte, and then 2 terabyte. All of the plans are unlimited. You don't have to get the priority, but for the plans that we're doing it that way because the other plans we would do later, but we're doing it that way because we want people to experience the best. Okay, so that when on the weekend with a lot of people online, stuff like that, you still have priority over Ghana, Nigeria, or any other countries that is contended for, depending on what satellite beam we're on. So yes, so that's what it is. So just to kind of address your question, CEO, the plan starts in Nigeria at $30. Okay, unlimited, over 100 Mbps.
That's a month, right?
That's a month. Yes, unlimited. And with that connection, you can put up to 250 people on it. So you can have a community. That's another thing we're going to introduce, where we're going to be doing what is called a signal digital community, where you can share it. And it's not, I don't want to give you ideas, but
no, actually, that's
one
you
day,
are,
4 or 5 houses, you can split the price.
Great
So we're talking
idea.
about,
yes, that's what I'm thinking. And people that I got family people who in rural Liberia.
yeah. In
$200,
Sierra Leone,
250 gigs.
Yes,
250
or they can pay
Mbps,
for $50
megabyte per
a
second.
month. They can pay small. Everybody can chip in, right? That
Yeah,
what
the
you're saying?
speed. Yeah, it's unlimited. There is no. The only thing that is limit is the priority data you pay for, but it's unlimited. If you pay for 40 gig priority, after you run out of that, it's gonna go then to the pool where everybody else is. It might slow down a little bit, but not much. You're gonna get at least 100 Mbps. Let's put it that way on average. And like I said, you can put.
We're
Say that
talking
again.
about all those listening by radio. You're not able to see the satellite dish picture on the radio, but we're telling you there's a new internet service coming to Liberia. In fact, they're already here setting up, ready to roll. Look, talking about $30 for how many gigs again, Felix? I don't want it to come from my mouth.
Well, it's unlimited, but it's the speed.
Unlimited.
Yeah,
Unlimited internet. All reporting are all did it like this here, all like this.
I know.
Starlink.
Yeah.
Signal Tech is coming for you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Small money, unlimited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all can start internet now. That's all this thing today.
That's
Felix,
so
already
Yes.
you got me having big ideas now.
Miss Titi.
So you gotta slow me down.
I'm so excited,
Yeah.
Miss Titi. My
Yes.
son is so that
I
I'm
am
so
excited.
happy.
So let's look at the economic and social impact benefits for like Liberia's economy and society, creating new opportunities for business and innovation. Can you look at that for me?
So a lot of what we do is part of a more grander goal, right? In what we do, our business is in line with other bigger goals, like in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals that is have. So even with what we're doing with SchoolNet, that's aligned with the United Nations goals to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education. Okay, that's one of that's one of the sustainable goal. Also, another one of the sustainable goal that the UN has is innovation infrastructure, as far as a digital infrastructure and stuff like that. So that's where we're aligning with. There's also what we have going on right now in Liberia. The previous government had, as part of its pro-poor agenda, had one of the primary goals of the Liberian government on the previous administration was to enhance access to education and improve infrastructure. Okay, so that we were aligning with that as well. Our SchoolNet, that's what it does. Vision 2030, Liberian Vision 2030 is aimed to transform Liberia into a middle income economy country by 2030. What we're doing as far as connecting, having more ease of, this thing is it brings about opportunity. It brings about, you take, for example, you have people who live in part of the country where they're limited to who can see that, for example, I'll back up a little bit. You have farmers. I'm into farming myself. I have grown up in Grand Gide, certain places. The people then goods is just sitting there rafting. Mm-hmm. Why? Because they don't even have the capacity to bring it to Morovia or all that kind of stuff. Well, now you can set up your page, go live, and start showing my people, I have a whole bunch of plenty here. I need people to come buy it. And the people who can see what you have is more. And there's more to that than we're doing. The current administration also has the digitization of Liberia, like I talked about it last time, and that's what we're contributing to. We believe that we want to the 60% of Liberia that are Liberians that are offline. We want to have them connected by the same 2030. We want, right now there's 48% according to UNESCO students that are offline in Liberia. 48% of the students are offline. We want to try to bridge that gap, and this technology helps us come closer to that goal.
You know,
Okay.
if I can just add, Mr. D, you know, what you're saying, Mr. Lawrence, is so appreciative and sound like music to my ears. There's an area that I know in Liberia where it was being ran by missionaries, but the missionaries pulled out. In fact, I think the oldest one passed away. So the school that this missionary was running is rural Liberia I'm speaking about. It just sort of ceased to exist. The children have to
Mhm.
walk miles and miles away to go to the next school.
Mhm.
And such a product that you have would be so revolutionary
Mhm.
because you know, once the internet can go into that area,
Mhm.
teachers,
Mhm.
other the school that they have to walk miles and miles to,
Mhm.
can teach via the
Mhm.
internet or have some kind of after school plan to keep these children
Mhm.
thinking and to keep them learning. So this is why I'm saying, you know, some of the social and economic benefit. This is how revolutionary this is going to be for our children in Liberia. Okay, yes, I'm happy that we even have a Liberian-owned business here, like Signal Technology. I think you were here before.
Mhm.
You told us
Yeah.
before, you know, the introduction of this, before we heard about this Starlink news, that this is
Mhm.
what your company kind of specializes in going
Yeah.
providing
Starlink
internet
technology.
services to the.
Yes.
So do you still doing that? Because I know you in a waiting wings of Starlink to actually come into, you have official license to be a reseller, seller of
Mhm.
Starlink product. So can like for now, before Starlink officially coming to the country, can we come to your facility in Liberia and say, listen, I'm going up to Grand Jita and I need to
Mhm.
have internet services or something. Would you?
Mhm.
That's something that you will still be able to do now.
So, for now, Starlink is officially they have been granted by the Liberia Telecommunication Authority. They have been granted
Okay.
a provisional license, so
Yeah.
they are legal in Liberia, and
But
we're
you're
legal.
waiting for something. That's why it's the products. I think I heard you saying something about you waiting for.
So yes, what I said was, Starlink is a very big company. They operates globally. They provide entire countries with internet. So their process is a little slow. This is a Titan business
Okay,
Titan
that's
we're
what I
talking
was
about,
referring to.
right? So, and what I said was Starlink sets the price for every country.
Yes, you did
Yes.
see that.
Okay. That has been as part of our contract. We cannot start selling right away
Okay,
before
that's
Starlink say this thing is
it's
going to
fine.
cost
That's
whatever.
what I was talking
Okay.
about.
Yeah, the same service in Sierra Leone, if you convert it into that money, convert it to USD, it's about $48. Okay, it's a smaller market. They
Mhm.
don't have a lot of customer, but then the same service that $48 is $30 in Rwanda, it's $30 in Nigeria, it's $30 in Kenya. Because those markets are bigger. I think Ghana is a little bit like 32 or $33. Okay. I don't want to speculate because, like I said, we were bound by contract
Sure.
and also we have to adhere to LTA regulations regarding this thing. But LTA has pretty much have done their part, which is to provide the license and everything else. Now
Okay.
Starlink has to move in and legitimate, well, not legitimize, they have to move in and establish everything. So
Oh,
every single country, there's Starlink, and there's 17 of them now. If you go on Starlink website, there's individual prices per countries, and it's actually most of the countries in the local currency. You have to do the conversion of USD, and that's what we have done. So I can tell you that Sierra Leone is 48, Nigeria is 30, Ghana I think is 33. Uh, but yes, so it kind of give you ideas, but I cannot, disclose this. Unfortunately, we have got a lot of interest, and I thought it was appropriate that we come on the national scene and kind of clear things out and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where we are. I hope I
can you
answered.
give us, Missy? Can I just ask one more question, please?
Mm.
Can you give us a timeline of when we can expect to come to your office to say, I want these products? Are you able? I know you're telling me that they're very slow right now.
Mhm.
Or do you have a timeline? Or if you don't, that's fine because I know you have no control over this. This is all
Mhm.
controlled by this
Mhm.
larger Starlink company.
Mhm. So we have product, we have access to the product, we
Okay.
just can sell it.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. So it's just a
So
matter of time.
once Starlink you know, whatever they need to do in Liberia and set it up from the parent company, we will
Okay.
switch quickly start selling the stuff. It
Good.
just we have access to over 200 kits right now.
Wow.
So what time are we with? I'm sorry, Felix. What time are we looking at? You don't have to be exact. Give us some idea. When?
Well, for what we know, it could. Honestly, we are trying to push them as well. We had a meeting yesterday um, to probably do the end of this month. But it could be, but it could not be as well. Again, I don't want to break any laws on
Yes.
national TV or
Sure.
get the
So,
LTA kind of mad with me. But that's where they are because there are some requirements in Starlink license that was provided by the LTA that they have to adhere to. For example, a lot of people have been, and I don't want to spoil a lot of people stuff, but a lot of people have been able to activate stuff from other markets and bring it to Liberia because it's a global service. It works everywhere.
yeah.
That might change coming early. That you
Sure.
have to buy it in Liberia, activate it in Liberia.
Correct.
That's some of the requirements that the LTA put in place to protect
That's
the
very
local ISP that are paying for license and paying government taxes and stuff like that.
I mean, thank you for that information, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to our viewers, our followers. Mommy Esther Tapi Moore is saying, I'm hearing each country has its own price. Is it going to be the same quality of equipment, the gadgets?
Yes, the equipment itself is the same thing. It's the same equipment. The even though it varies from country to country, it's the same service. They're all using the same satellite. We're all using the same satellite. So the same quality. For example, the very same service here in America is $120. Why? Because this it's a different economy. More people can afford more here. But that very same service is $30 in Nigeria. So like I said, it's a lot of variation, a lot of economics and all that kind of stuff. They got their math that they do, but they set the price for the resellers and the distributor. We don't just pick whatever and give people whatever. And most of the time, the price they set is very competitive. There's a case, for example, in South Africa where Safaricom and MTM had this pricing war with Starlink, and I say this because public information was actually in the newspaper, and Starlink, because of that competition, Safaricom brought unlimited fiber internet down to $22 in South Africa just to beat Starlink. That's how much. So, like I said, at the end of the day, the end users is the one who's going to benefit. When these competitions happen. So it's a good thing for the Liberian people, pretty much, and we welcome that. We were trying to break barriers here.
I see an interest. Just something that also interests me. There's a viewer that's saying, will Starlink or your service be interrupted during the dry season? They said.
Okay,
They said
so
usually there's an internet there's a disconnection during the dry season because of the satellite system. Is that the same?
Well, so for most of these questions, we already have test markets. We already have other places right next to Sierra Leone, for example, that is working. So we already have done those feasibility study. Now, in satellite technology, I'm going to elaborate a little bit before I kind of answer the question. But I want to put some information and put it into perspective. In satellite technology, there is what you call the geospheres satellite. You have the lower Earth satellite, and the difference between those satellite and those technology is how high the satellite is, right?
Yeah.
For the geo satellite, what we're using in Liberia right now is like 32,000 kilometers from Earth. Okay, that's a very good distance, and that's why when you have the rain and the snow and all that kind of stuff, depending on where you are, you experience that. LEO satellites are at 1,500 kilometers.
Okay.
Is literally just right above where the airplane flies. So the interference with the rain and stuff like that is less. And plus, there's more of them. What you have to, the closer you come to Earth, you got to put more satellite up because that's how you get your coverage. The closer you come, the less coverage you get, so you got to put more satellite up. So the LEOs are a lot closer, 1,500 kilometers compared to 32,000 kilometers with what we're using right now. And what we have gathered from places like Rwanda, Kenya, the guy who runs Kenya Caribou, who's a distributor for Starlink in Kenya, is like a personal friend of mine. I speak to these guys all the time, and they say it's pretty stable. Even though Liberia, again, I mentioned it last time, Liberia has the most rain than any other country in Africa. Yes, Monrovia get more rain than any other capital in Africa. Wow. So we're different. Yeah, we're very different. But yet and still, we have Ghana and Sierra Leone to look at and say, okay, how is it working there? And it's pretty stable. It's pretty stable. It's not 100% proof because why?
Nothing is 100%.
Say that again.
Nothing is 100% in my books.
Exactly. Nothing is 100%. Exactly.
So somebody even saying, Felix, say, don't you think it's too early for you to come on to start talking about it since you're not fully ready yet? So I was just thinking, it is never too early. Felix is talking about maybe by the end of the month, November or so. They would be doing this. So I don't think it's that early because that is another way how you sensitize people on what you're coming to do, and that's what he's doing here right now. He paid his money to come and sensitize people, Moses Brown. So to let people know that this is coming, so they expect it, and they set their budget for this new thing that is coming to Liberia, satellite internet. We've never had it here officially. So it is not too early. It is a good time, and I even hope that Phyllis can come back here just before the kickoff, so we can tell them it is here, it is in town. Coming here today is telling you that it's sure, it's certain, they're ready. You can see the woman pregnant with big stomach. It doesn't mean no baby in it, because you see the baby outside. That baby is going to come outside. Okay, Moses.
Yes. So we know that there's a video you submitted to us that needs to be played. So I think if it's okay with Miss TD, that it's appropriate for us to play that video.
Yes.
It's available. Yeah,
let's roll that.
Okay, let's roll the video.
In a world where the internet drives progress, why should anyone be left behind? Signal Technologies is bridging Liberia's digital divide with Starlink, bringing high-speed satellite internet to everyone, everywhere. Imagine farmers accessing real-time data, students connecting to global classrooms, businesses reaching new markets. This isn't just the internet, it's the gateway to opportunity. Together, we're unlocking potential. We're making digital inclusion a reality. Join the movement. Connect to the world. Visit us today at www.signal231.com/Starlink or ring us up at 0886882200 or 0777788020 to secure your Starlink connection.
Great. That was great. So, Mr. D, we can't hear you. We're not hearing you.
Oh, you're not hearing me? Now we
are. Now we are.
Can you imagine a farmer in Bougainville on the internet telling people, look, I got plantain here, I got cassava here, and somebody in Monrovia saying, okay, how much for this? And they say, okay, it's $1,000. They say, okay, I'm sending the money by Momo. Please put it on the next available truck coming to Monrovia. And people sit there. And that's the same thing other people in other countries are doing. Now in Ghana, Nigeria, they got trucks coming, bringing goods from those countries. Now, within our own country, this can help us a whole lot of people. Satellite, I mean, you're going to get it everywhere. There's not going to be any limitation. So there will be no reason why any teacher, any school will say, oh, we can teach the children things on the internet, show them how to research on the internet. There should be no reason after this. So it's a huge thing for Liberia. And I really do hope that people see it like that. Now, Phyllis, tell us about your future plan.
So This technology is a gateway into a lot of other stuff we're trying to do, and it's going to make it possible, and not just for us, but for other providers and stuff like that. We have bigger conversations with Starlink and stuff like that, where we want to use it on a more national level, and make it available to more schools and stuff like that. It's a very robust, easy to use technology, and like I said, it was designed for that, to alleviate complexity. For most people in Africa, and I'm going to speak of Africa for a reason why is because in Africa, most people, a phone is not just a phone,
No.
right? A phone is a bank. You get your mobile on it. Is a shop. Is a TV. You can watch movies. You can access even government resources via your phone. It's a lifeline for a lot of people. It is the primary way in Africa right now that people get online is via the phone. Okay, 75% of the internet traffic in Africa comes from phones. It's the largest in the world. Nowhere else people use that much to access the internet using phones beside Africa. Okay. So it's very promising. So some of what we're doing right now, we were in discussion with people where we want to introduce services. Another thing with Liberia, we have a very young population.
Yes.
We have about, I think almost 40% of the population is like, 25 and under. So we want to target those people. We want to provide platforms, ecosystem that we can build around this stuff that they can learn, educational. We are talking to a provider out of Maryland right now that do what is called like an educational game. I have a friend of mine who's into AI, a very great guy. He has designed an AI called Teacher Pepe. I don't know if you heard.
Yes, he was here. He was here.
Exactly, that's my guy.
Okay.
Very good friends of mine. So what we're trying to do is collaborate with some of these things because like the ads say, the internet is the gateway. Okay, those things live in the cloud. They live, where you need connection to connect to them. So what we're doing is very critical to make, anything that, either somebody making music somewhere, somebody, want to make an inspirational video or, promotion or whatever. This is the connectivity. This is what makes it happen. So we are working with people like that for some in the future. Some of our school net and stuff like that. We're working. We might work with Teacher Pepe where he can provide a service, and we provide both. We also going to be launching Signal TV, which is it's kind of like a Netflix type stuff where you can watch. And what we're trying to do also and line it up is it's going to come free with the Starlink. So you buy that, you get access to that as well. You can use on your phone, on your computer, on your TV, and have access to about 250 movies and shows to start.
Yeah. So as I hear you speak, Phyllis, I just keep thinking about all of the possibilities, the social possibility, the economic possibilities, the political possibilities of your service to country, to Liberia. And this is the right time. Somebody might say, oh, it's too early. You are here just at the right time. This is what an excellent business person does. You think ahead. You're looking. You're not waiting to get that permission to start selling. You start to educate and plant the seed in the minds of the people. That's what you're doing here today. And I encourage you to leave your flyer or contact Lorena. So let's continue to keep our people conscientized and keep your business in their ears, and then also come back to kind of because it's a great education too about Starlink, about the satellite system, where it is, and the different people are wondering if it's going to work, during the dry season or rainy season and whatever. So you really educated us. So I want to just also, from the bottom of my heart, just thank you for coming, and I hope that you stay in touch with Miss Lorena is the contact person with her, so we can get some kind of flyer or jingle going for your
Yeah.
business on air, and let the rest of the world know this is what we do here at Spoon. We're all Liberian support business, group here. We like, if you are a business person in Liberia, this is where you come to advertise, help educate Liberian people about what you're doing. So Signal Technology is our guest today. They're going there. Some of the key features include getting connected like you never before with Starlink. Like you said, this is going to be fast. This is going to be one of the best type of internet service you ever received in Liberia. So it's going to have global coverage. You got different types of coverage. It's a self installation. They're going to teach you how to install it. And you can call them. One of the great things that he talked about here about the customer service. It's not like you're going to be talking to an AI or some kind of robot or whatever. You can call them. You can go into the shop that he has there. He told us, he didn't say it, but I'm saying it, when you're in that rut and you got his router, you can hang it to the tree, and then you can charge your people there. Well, now everybody can get access. He didn't say, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm the one saying it, okay? And I'm definitely will do that for my people. You experience high speed, and starting in like right now. So good, really good. I'm Mr. D. Sorry, I was ahead of you.
Yeah, so Phyllis, we are looking forward to seeing your marketers. We're looking forward to hearing your jingles playing on various radio stations. We need to get this thing going. Somebody was asking here, what are you? Okay, it's Moses Brown. He's engaging you today. I'm interested in knowing how you got your reseller license. As you stated on your flyer, are you working directly with Starlink or waiting on LTE?
That's secret, that corporate secret. Got pay big money to get it.
I know.
You want a secret, Phyllis?
well, I can say this: the government job is to regulate and give out licenses and stuff like that, and make sure that we're in certain compliances, and they do that very well, and they have done it with Starlink. Now, the government doesn't tell Toyota Garage or somebody who brings in Apple laptop or whatever. The government doesn't tell Apple who to distribute Apple laptop in Liberia. The government doesn't tell Lone Star who to sell their mobile money or their merchants, right? Lone Star get to select that. And that's some of the things that we're trying to dispel. LTA plays a very critical role and a very great role in this. Kudos to them, the leadership. Some of them I know them personally, but as far as some of the stuff that I'm talking about, distribution and stuff like that, that's Starlink. The boys in Starlink court at this time, okay, and they select their distributors. Their requirements for being either a distributor or reseller or regional distributor, there's requirements. There's quota you have to meet. You have to sell certain amount of subscription a month or a year or a quarter to retain certain level of discounts and even support. And that's why we try the route we have gone have given us what is called tier 1 support, meaning that we got direct contact with them. If any of our customers, in the future have any kind of problem, we can talk to them directly. They will talk to us right away. We have obtained that kind of relationship with them and that kind of level of partnership. Well, yeah, partnership with them. So yes, so that's where we are on that. And part of before I close, part of us doing what we're doing now. I'll be very honest with you. When we started the discussion, we're talking about 50 dish. We're only going to bring 50. Now we are at 300 plus because we're seeing the interest. Okay. You can go on our website, fill up the form, put your information in there. Once everything is in place this is Mr. Jackson George.
Hi, Mr. Jackson George.
How you doing? I know you're on live TV. Cigna is the place to go. Cigna is all Liberian owned. Our goal is to reduce internet service to all
Thank
Liberians.
you. Thank you. I got a question for you since you're here. So
Oh,
if I was,
no.
since
Oh, yeah, already.
if I was spoon cut,
Already got a screen.
I heard about your true spoon. Y'all get into this kind, right?
Yes.
If okay, good. That part what I know.
Anybody who call us and say they heard about us through Spoon will get a discount.
Thank you. Especially Spoon Talk Business now.
There we go.
Yes.
Thank you for the show.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, if you listen to us, our Spoon Talk Business people, we got goodies for you here. If you go to Signal Technology and tell them, or when you sign up on our internet that Mr. Felix is telling you, and tell them, say, listen, I heard about you on Spoon Talk Business. They will talk to you. They will be able to give you some, I'll let you decide all of that because our business people. But yes, thank you guys for joining us. All of you guys who joined us today, who shared the show, who commented and interacted with us, we want to thank you so much. We want to continue to have you grow this platform because it is because of you that we are here. We really, really want the private sector, the business sector in Liberia to succeed, to thrive, to do very well like in other countries. Those people in the other country, they know smarter than us Liberians, and we know we can do very well. So that's my own talk for the day. Let Miss Titi and Miss Lorena do their own talk, and then Mr. Lawrence can close it.
So before we roll out, Felix, anything we didn't talk about that you like to mention shortly?
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything. And I just wanted to be clear on the pricings and the timing and stuff like that, because we got more interest than we expected, honestly. And the Liberian people, they have shown a lot of interest. We've gotten a lot of emails, a lot of calls. So we are pushing, Starlink to, but again, they're a global company. They're not going to move to our tune. Let me put it that way. Unfortunately, I just have to say, but this is where we are. We are ready. We already have access to this thing. They just got to, tell us go, as far as what they're doing with LTA and everything else. That's their relationship with LTA. And yes, we just wanted to create some clarification around the hype. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you so
what
much.
just came to my head was how much do you pay for the router, but you'll tell us that later when you come.
Yes, actually, the price is on our website.
Okay, great.
Hardware. It's a subscription that we haven't done yet. And like I said, this stuff you can share in the community and all that kind of stuff. You can put up to 250 people on it, so you can have your. And I ain't gonna tell you.
Okay, I'll go to your website. Send us to your website now. Send us to your website.
Yeah, the website is there on the screen. You can just go back to it. And Felix, you have to go back and watch this whole show again. There are lots of topics there that you need to attend to. So the website is on the flyer. When you go back to watch the show, people go to the website. You will see far more than what we were able to tell you here today. And on that note, I'd like to say thank you to you, Felix, for coming, and all those who came to hang out with us today, giving suggestions, asking questions, and you in Radio Land, we always forget you. Thank you for listening, and do have a pleasant weekend. From me, Titi Kane, is goodbye.
Thank you.
In a world where the internet drives progress, why should anyone be left behind? Signal Technologies is bridging Liberia's digital divide with Starlink, bringing high-speed satellite internet to everyone, everywhere. Imagine farmers accessing real-time data, students connecting to global classrooms, businesses reaching new markets. This isn't just the internet, it's the gateway to opportunity. Together we're unlocking potential. We're making digital inclusion a reality. Join the movement. Connect to the world. Visit us today at www.signal231.com/Starlink or ring us up at 0886882200 or 0777788020 to secure your Starlink connection.
All right, Spoon Talk Business. Before we leave, we would like to air this club beer from that is being imported. Exported to the United States. You have been asking about club beer, and she have this time for us to air a showcase. Club Beer is now in the USA, and you have the promo code right there, LIB231, and you can purchase online. And according to the CEO, you have your beer brought to your door, right to your doorstep in any state or whichever district in the United States that you are. You have been crying and complaining that you want a club beer. Well, club beer is available now. So is there in the United States. Any amount that you want them in bulk is available, and club beer is available for purchase online. It can be shipped directly to your residence or business in the USA. So for more information, you just go to the store and you saying the website right there, and the number to call is right there. So like we always say, go back and watch the show, share the show, go and get more information. Spoon Talk Business returns. That's next Friday, just at about this time. Thank you so much for being there, and so many thanks to our hosts. So my name is Lorena Honorary. Good evening.